I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending your time zone. I am using this opportunity to speak to us today in a very close and friendly manner, and to put to to us exactly to make us understand what is going on. If you go through the display, you will see what I have or what we have projected there. Sorry, the music was interrupted by a caller who just called at this particular point in time from my geographical location where I am broadcasting from. I have so many things to discuss with us, but I think I will uh, spend time in playing some clips that I would like us to pay attention to and to listen to. It is very, very important that we refresh our memories with these clips that I wish to play for us because we forget things so quickly and so easily. And we come back again and look at ourselves as, you know, look at ourselves and blame ourselves, pointing, accusing fingers to each and every one of us. And it is so pathetic and so bad that we are doing that. So I'm going to play some clips to us to listen to, and I pray that you will do some reflection while we listen to this clip. I see a lot of things going on in Nigeria right now, in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. I stumbled into this clip, into this man speaking in this clip, and I asked myself, are we hearing what somebody is saying? Are we listening? I would like to I would like us to pay close attention and listen to what this man is saying here. Because so many of us are running around wanting to escape some certain things in Nigeria, and it is so bad. So I want us to pay attention and listen to this gentleman and what he's saying.
How is it that Nigeria is struggling with the issues it's struggling with? That some of the smartest people in the world are Nigerians. Yeah. I think most people have mischaracterized the true cost of corruption. I don't think the true cost of corruption, rather, let me say it differently. I don't think the most expensive line item in the cost of corruption, right, is what it's done to the economy. I think it's what it's done to sentiment and what it does to talent. In other words, when you corrupt a system, those less deserving get opportunities to which they are not deserving. The problem is that those who are deserving pick up a little green document called a passport. They get on a plane and go elsewhere and they leave. Now, there are some people watching this who go, no, they must go. Let me tell you why that is the dumbest, most nonsensical thing I've ever heard people say. When you say JJ must go, JJ is born in South Africa. The South African state educates him for 18 years to get his matric. Then, that same South African economy, has built institutions of education. Let's assume JJ gets a master's. It's another 5-6 years of it. 24 years invested, and you're going to say he must just go. Yeah. And so, what's happened now, if it's not the semigration to the Western Cape, that's a separate conversation altogether. Yeah. It's the proper immigration. Yeah. The number of South Africans who have sat in this chair living in Canada today would alarm you. Sure. The number who've moved to Australia would alarm you. The number I bump into are neighbors of mine in the Middle East will alarm you, right? Because what talent does when you distort this thing about effort versus reward is talent goes where it will be rewarded. My goodness. It doesn't have to put up with the nonsense. It gets on a plane and it leaves. If you looked at the top 100 investment bankers in Wall Street today, you'd find a healthy percentage of them are Nigerians. The top brain surgeons in the world today, healthy percentage of them, Nigerians. The top investment banking lawyers in the world today, healthy percentage of them, Nigerians. Sure. What does that tell you? How is it that Nigeria is struggling with the issues it's struggling with, but some of the smartest people in the world are Nigerians? And then you look at where you'll find those Nigerians, and typically it's not in Nigeria. It means you've got this incredible base of talent whose skills, competence, and abilities are being harvested by another economy and not their economy of birth. Sure. So I want to say this to all South Africans. If you want to destroy this economy, let the talent leave.
You hear that? If you want to destroy the economy of a country, let the talent leave. Talents go to where it will be rewarded. Talents go to where it will be rewarded. If you want to destroy the economy of a country, let the talent leave. If you distort the law, the situation there, the rules of engagement there, the talent will get offended and the talent will leave. And you will collapse, your economy will collapse. You don't have anything. So that is how Nigeria will fizzle away. Nigeria will collapse. Nigeria is bound to collapse. No matter how much they bring in there as a form of investment, Nigeria as an entity, fraudulent entity, will collapse. I am not telling you, the experts are talking. I am just commenting on what they are saying, on what they are analyzing. The same thing South Africa is facing today. If you think this is just one particular country's problem, it is not. The whole of Africa. That's why in Nigeria they call it Japa. They want to run away. If you run away, definitely, if you run away, you cannot, where you are running to, you don't even know what you're going to face there. Especially if you run away unprepared. You know, you don't know what you're going to face there. You might face something worse than where you are running away from. You might likely face something that is worse than where you are running away from. So it is just a piece of advice. I have a lot of clips that I would love to play to so many of us, so that we can listen and use it to and use it to work hard. We can listen to it and use it to to think, to reflect, to work hard. We cannot just wake up and start doing things. May God help Africa. May God help us. May God help us so much. I don't know how to say it. May God help us.
Africa is going to war. At least that's what the West is hoping will happen in the upcoming ECOWAS meetings regarding the situation in Niger. There are 3 countries that are threatening Western special interests, and the West is hoping their allies in the West African ECOWAS region can do their dirty work, and through military intervention can force those 3 countries back into submission under the auspice of defending democracy. First, the backstory. Within the ECOWAS region, there are 3 countries, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, who in the minds of the West have gone rogue. For example, Mali removed French as their national language, Niger overthrew a French-friendly government, and Burkina Faso has a leader who is refusing to accept any Western aid. The West is worried that if these nations are allowed to thumb their noses at Western powers, that there could be a domino effect, and before long, other nations would follow suit, and France and the West would lose access to the resources of Africa, and BRICS would become the de facto geopolitical partner for the African nations. This would be devastating to the Western economies, but don't underestimate the power of the West to destabilize regions and overthrow governments. They are masters at this. But with the change in the African mindset and the rising power of BRICS, this may be the beginning of the end for Western influence in Africa. If this was 30 years ago, the Western militaries would attack these nations and assassinate their leaders, as France allegedly did to Thomas Sankara in the 1980s. But right now, the optics would look bad. White nations attacking Africans, it just doesn't play as well as it used to. Having the Africans killing other Africans is a better look for the West. So it appears that the West is using their political assets in the ECOWAS governments to push for military intervention in order to protect democracy, as they've put it. However, many of the national legislative bodies in West Africa have been saying no to a military intervention, and it seems that the African leaders on Western payrolls may be too outnumbered. By the way, don't expect me to name any names here. I have a business to run, but you probably know the people I'm talking about. The future of Africa is hanging in the balance, and they are reaching a crossroad. Do they continue with business as usual, or does Africa take the uncertain road of independence? So this can go two ways. If ECOWAS does not intervene in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, I don't think the West has the guts to engage in direct military intervention. If the West African nations don't intervene in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, I think that the West just puts economic pressure on West Africa, but nothing happens beyond that. Meaning that West Africa will be supported by BRICS and will likely be sanctioned by the West. But this is actually a good thing because it will force manufacturing to be done locally, and the trade deals with BRICS are better for the economies in West Africa in the near future, at least from my perspective as a property developer. Now, if the West can pull enough strings to get ECOWAS to intervene in some or all of these countries, it means that West Africa will stay submissive to Western influence. This doesn't mean it's the end of the world for business. It just means I wouldn't be expecting wages to go up as quickly, and we would expect that business in West Africa would continue as usual. My prediction is that ECOWAS doesn't have the political support to invade their fellow African nations on behalf of the West. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that ECOWAS is going to invade Mali, Niger, or Burkina Faso in the name of democracy? Or will these nations be allowed to continue to be thorns in the side of Western special interests? Or is there another angle that maybe I'm missing? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if this video provided value to you, give me a like.
Okay, great. You have had the gentleman speaking. He's not an African speaking. He's an European, or maybe a Caucasian white man speaking, analyzing the situation, the situation, what is going on in Africa at the moment. So this is where we are, and so many people don't even know what is playing out right now. A lot of people don't know what is playing out. So what I'm trying to say here this hour is we are being faced, Africa, as a matter of fact, is being faced with a whole lot of issues. But I will beam down to West Africa. West Africa is actually the worst among the African countries, because West Africa lacks so many things. West Africans lack information. They are not well informed. As a result, they walk around on the wall like a blind person looking for something to grab. You had the man analyzing the situation that the West are masters in overthrowing governments, manipulating Africans to fight each other. Okay, I will bring this discussion home. The West are good at that. From 18-something, when the 1885, when they went to Berlin and and changed the whole things, and they balkanized Africa, put Africa on their table and pieces Africa. That means if you come to Africa now, West Africa, so many of the West Africans speak different languages. And those languages are Western language, European languages, English, Spanish, Portuguese, and French. Okay? Those are the languages you can get from West Africa, to be precise. And when you come to Nigeria, where I'm going to, it is the worst among all. Nigeria is worst. If you live in Nigeria, you are just you don't have a country. I must tell you that you don't have a country. Where you are a place where you are, where the enemy is ruling you. Your enemies are ruling you. The people who balkanized you are dictating to you, and Nigerians are following them. The people who destroyed you, who killed your ancestors, the current system of government in Nigeria is taking orders from them. You must be ashamed. That's why I have no respect when I I hear somebody telling me he's a Nigerian, I get a bit upset. I get upset with such individual. If you come to tell me you are a Nigerian, it is an annoying thing when I hear such. It's very, very annoying when you come to me and tell me that. I get upset. Okay, most of our people can be proud. If you say it, they will say, "Oh, why are you saying this? You are creating division." I didn't create division. They created the division. I am just telling you, playing it to you, telling you what is going on. So you are not in a country run by your people that have your interest at heart. You are in a country run by your enemies, your killers. And that's why things are not going to go well in Nigeria. You hear the man saying, when talent is being disturbed, talent will go to where it will be rewarded. That's why most people left Africa and came to foreign countries where your talent or your gifts will be rewarded. You render your gift as a service to them, and they reward you in paying you good. Okay? And that is what is going on. That is the simplest way one can explain it. And the man was very, very direct, explaining to so many people what is going on. The problem I have with the problem I have with Africans, some of us, is that we are not willing to face the truth. We are not willing. We are not ready to listen to the truth. We are just being emotional, sentimental, and when you come to reality, we go into sentimental game, and we come out playing victims. Okay, I want to discuss few things with some of our people, and I'm going to go into the language of those that I'm directing this message to. Before I continue, I would like to use this opportunity to say happy birthday to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is the 25th to 26th of September 2023, 25th stroke 26th. In between time, I crossed over time while I'm doing this moderation today. And 2023 rather, 25th to 26th of September 2023, that I'm doing this moderation. So I would like to use this opportunity once again to say happy birthday to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Lord is with you, and I believe that in due time we will celebrate. I want to use this opportunity also to thank those that assisted me in my journey, in my trip. I want to thank you so much for your help, your assistance. God will reward you immensely. God will bless you and bless you more abundantly. While I was away, I was seeing a lot of things via social media, and some of those things are quite embarrassing. I want to discuss on a particular topic that I entitled "A Disciplined Army." A disciplined army. If in any organization or in any country, they have armies. Every country on earth have armies. We reckon the best disciplined military personnel as, we reckon the countries. I can mention few countries that have the well-disciplined military. When you mention military, what will cross your mind is U.S. Military. Israeli defense system or military, IDF, okay? You mention British Army, British Royal Army, you mention them. Why are they on the top? It's because of their discipline. They are very disciplined. You will not, if you go to United Kingdom, you will not see British Army, patrolling on the streets, making a lot of noise and disturbing the atmosphere, the people. You will not see them. They are in their barracks. Even when you see them on the road, maybe he's going on assignment, having a backpack, or he's coming from assignment, going to the barracks. Sometimes you see them on plain clothes. You won't know. Okay? You won't know. You will never know that that individual is an army personnel until he flashes his ID to you, or he tells you that he's an army officer, very disciplined and well behaved. Okay. Now, if you want to set up a military, formation, the first thing that you will inculcate among those men or women is discipline. Discipline, discipline, discipline. Regulate the way you talk. Regulate the way you conduct your activities. Regulate even what you eat. No, I haven't seen any military officer or officers trooping to Burger King, sorry to mention the name here, and having fun eating, or in the bar. Let me use the bar. They may go there and eat, buy something and eat. You will not know. You will never see them in the beer parlor or bar, as they call it here, or cafe, drinking to stupor, making all kind of noise. You will not see them. You will not see that. You will not hear that. Why? Because they are disciplined, very disciplined officers. Now, when you see an officer speaking uncontrollably, you know that something is wrong. When you see officer doing some certain things, going around behaving like a bandit, will you think that person is an officer? You will say he's a bandit. It's a criminal. He's not an officer. It is quite appalling when I look at things, I see things going on, and I say, who did this to these people? I will go with a local dialect and channel it to the people that I'm going to be addressing to. If you listen to this particular broadcast, know that I am, if it's related to you, know that I'm talking to you. If you can understand what I'm saying, know that I'm talking to you. Because I saw something on social media, several occasions, I shook my head, I say, who must have done this to this particular young man? And let me use this opportunity to go straight to the point. There is onye m fọrọ na social media. O ji ha dị mmadụ ise ka mmadụ ịnọ. Yiri akwa ihe edere Rising Sun, akwa Biafra. And onye ahụ na-ekwu okwu sị na ya bụ agụ dị gentle. Agụ ọdụm dị gentle. Okay? N'afa ya. And na ya na-enye ultimatum. Na ya bụ na onye dị etu a sendere ya. Ana ajụ ka mmadụ dị etu a ga-esi pụta na-akpọ ụdị agwa mara ihe ndị Biafra nọ n'ime ya. Ndị Igbo, unu maka nna ezi ozi ya, maka na a sị na okenye adịghị anọ n'ụlọ ego ọnwụọ n'ọgbụ. A sị na afụ ekwughị na-egbu ọgaranya ma adụba anụghị. na-egbu nwata. Mgbe m fọrọ ya bụ nwa amadi ka ọ ga na-ekwu okwu, o zoghị ihu ya ezo, onweghị nke o zoro ezo, si na-ekwu na ya na-anụso ndị zoo agha, kwara akwa camouflage tinye, kiti onwe ya, ofu onye ọ mmadụ ise, ọ sị na ya ji aka ya gaa n'ehime mba anọ je kwatusie ndị agha ndị zoo. Ya nwa ji ọnụ ya na-ekwu ya, o kwuchaa ya, tụọ mmanya, tụrụkwa nke ahụ, ṅụọ ya under camera or before the camera, record ya. Mgbe m fọrọ ihe ahụ, agbọọ m ndị mkpọrọ si ya nakwa ka ha siri gbuo this young man na ndị sendịrị ya na-egbughị ya. Ọ ihe na-agwa ụnụ nwa, jeenu gụọ ihe edere na the display. Biafrans, beware of criminals in your midst pretending to be freedom fighters. Please ask them, what are your strategies? Jụọ ndị a ka ha si kwado. Ị ga-ewere mkpụrụ mmadụ ise ọ mmadụ 10 ga-afụ ndị amị na-agara onwe ha, gbuo ha, pụtasị na ọ ga-egburu ha. Ka esi kwatu ha abụghị ihe ụmụazị. Ịpụtasị na ọ ga-ekwaturu ha, na ndị chọghị ịkwatu ha, icheghị echiche mara na ndị ịkwaturu n'ebe ahụ bụ residential areas, na ndị mmadụ bi ebe ahụ, na ha ga-abịa, na onye kpara nkụ ahụhụ si ngwere bịara ya ụgwọ, na ha ga-emecha bịa, na ha ebido na chọba gị, na ha chọrọ gị bịa, ọ bụrụ na ha afụọ gị, ha egbu ụmụnne gị. Ọ ka ndị ahụ si eche echiche. Ha chọgido gị, chọọ gị afọ gị, ha ewube onye ọbụla ha fụrụ ebe ahụ. Ha kwetara n'obi ha bụ na onye ahụ, na ebe e nọrọ ogbu mmadụ ahụ bụ na ndị na-asụ asụsụ ahụ, ndị onye ọbụla na-asụ asụsụ ahụ bi ebe ahụ, ya bụ local residents, a na-egbu ha ebe ahụ, ha ga-egbu ha. So that singular act unu gara mee caused death and destruction or massive destructions na ehime mba anọ. Ọ ya bụ ihe a na-akpọ military strategy or strategies. Kee strategies iji aga adọ ndọrọ ndọrọ. N'oge njere ya bụ ije, adọrọ m aka na ntị si ngwa unu na unu je dọọ ndị ahụ etu unu si dọọ, etu esi wee dọọ 67 to 70, na a ga-egbu ndị Igbo gwogwo. A ga-egbu ha karịa etu esi igbu between 67 and 70, and onweghị kọntrị ga-apụta jụọ ka ihe eji egbu ndị a. Onye ọbụla ga-emechisi ọnụ maka gịnị? Maka investment ha, business interest ha. Ihe a chọtara dị ya bụ, ọ bụghị na o nwere ihe anyị na-azụ ha, nọ mmanụ ha na-amịrị na anị Biafra. Ọ ya bụ dia interest. Anyị nwere ihe niile Chineke nyere anyị, mana anyị enweghị the mindset anyị ga-eji defend ya etu Saudi Arabia si defend nke ha, Qatar defendiri nke ha, okay? Qatar defendiri nke ha, Arab Emirates defendiri mmanụ ha. Mmanụ ahụ si na anị be ha pụta, ọ ya nwa bụ pride ha, ha defendiri ya. Na ndị be ha ga-apụta jee na mba na-ata afụfụ. Ụmụ nwaanyị ha ga-apụta jee na cross desert nwụọ ebe ahụ. Ọtụtụ ụmụ nwaanyị ṅụrụ mmiri ha nyụcha mmiri ha ṅụọ ya na desert in order to get water fluid in their system. o nwere ndị m fụrụ na Europe ha ṅụrụ mmiri mkpịsị ụkwụ ha niile eriri eri because of the heat. Akpụkpọ ụkwụ ha niile yi ha oge a na-agwa ha ebe ha ga-esiga ha amaghị ụdị ihe ha ga-afụ. Ha ga-pụta na desert etu a ka ha si wee nọdụ ebe ahụ scotch ya. O nwere ndị nwụrụ n'ebe ahụ dị na-eri ozu ha. Okay, because of na ndị be anyị akwadoghị ọfụma mara na enwere ihe nọ n'anị be anyị na-enye ụwa niile ego. Onye na-azọ ihe nna ya anaghị eme ihe ọjọọ, mana enwere ụwa niile gbakọ dị against you. Enwere strategy ị ga-use wee nweta ha. Ọ bụghị iji kwara uniform kpọrọ mmadụ 56 debe na-eti mkpu na-eme mkpọtụ na-eme woto afụghị ozugbo mark ya gị as a terrorist. So onye ọbụla egburu na ana Igbo asị nọ ndị na-enye nsogbu. Onye ọbụla mana ihe a na-eme ndị Igbo ndị Biafra adịghị mma, ụwa niile ma na ọ dịghị mma. Eje n'enu jaanị ya na-eme ndị Biafra adịghị mma, mana a sị na nwata erughị eruju ihe mere nna ya eme ya. A na-akpọ ndị Igbo ka anọdị nọkọta ọnụ were coordination strategy gaa ya bụ ọgụ. A ga-eji many things mee aga ya bụ ọgụ emerie, akụọ ndị zoo hands down. Mana onye ọbụla anụ nweta a little format ọgbapụ ọsọ. Ya kpatara na mmaghị ekwuzi okwu gwa ha maka ihe ha na-esoro m mbimbi aka abụ ka ha mara na o nwere nke ha nụrụ n'ọnụ ka ha gbapụrụ ọsọ. Nke eje dikli onwe ya prime minister, nke ọzọ edikli onwe ya this, nke edikli onwe ya that. Ọ ndị na-achọ ike power ka ha na-achọ. Onwe power na ego, ike na ego ka ha na-achọ. Ha disturb ketara ndị stop keta m agbazie ha nkịtị. So ndị ahụ ejezie na organization ahụ ekwu ihe a kwuru mgba nkịtị na-amụ amụ. Ọ ya bụ odogwu. Ịchọ ka m gwaba gị ihe agaghị m agwa gị ya. Ike ọma ọnụ Korean ike ọma ọnụ na be gị ka ọ endere ihe ekwu ya n'ihu m. Bọsị isi na-egbu dịka ịfụ n'ihu m kwuo ya. Ịnụ ụbọchị ahụ amara na nne na nna m mụjisiri m okwu. Ihe ọ bụla ị na-ekwu na be gị ka ọ nọ. Ịma na ị nweghị strategy, ịpụta gana si jee n'ụwa. Ọ bụghị na idebere $100 million ị ga-eji wee back everything up. Enwere ndị ji anyị nụrụ na history na enwere ndị Ojukwu nyere ego ha wee jee eme ihe dị etu ha pụta were ego ahụ gbaa ọsọ. Talkless of onye gba aka sef onwe nke o ji eji. Mgbe ndị a fụrụ mmanụ na be anyị ha na-anọ, ha nwere machinery mechanism eji afụ ya through satellite. O nwere ihe ndị ahụ fụrụ n'Afrịka, ihe dị n'Afrịka akpatụbeghị ya aka. Ha were tinye mgbu si na ọka mma na-edebere Afrịka na dark. Edebere na ka edebe South Africa, ka edebe Afrịka niile n'ọchịchị ka ihe ha na-agbọ darkness ikiri ọchịchị. Edebe gị n'ọchịchị ị gaghị afụ ụzọ. Si emekwana ihe ka ha nọdị. So ihe a na-agbọbụ Afrịka mbụ, ndị Western na-agba Afrịka na mbụ dark continent. Go and ask anybody, jee jụọ onye ọbụla ndị nọ na diplomatic circles, ha ga-agwa gị ihe a na-agbọ eji describe Afrịka ma eje meeting mbụ dark continent. Marakwa na before tu mgbe mbụ na ihe a na-enyebu kwota a na-enye Afrịka na ịbịa World Cup afọrọ m ya all two countries only na-represent Africa. Ma the whole of Europe niile almost na-abịa na World Cup. We are talking of FIFA. I'm talking of FIFA World Cup. Apere m mpe mana ama m mgbe the first World Cup m fọrọ recognized in my life bụ 1982. Ndị ọzọ agbara ama ihe ama mgbe agbara ya, mana nke mma ọ ga-agbara m fọrọ ya nene ya 1982 World Cup. I think Cameroon gara di ya. mgbe oge ahụ ka mma line up ndị gbara that Cameroon 82 World Cup Roger Milla gbara, Thomas Nkono chere goal, Makanaki, Oman Biyik, Kana Biyik. I can mention all their formation because all 2 countries can Africa quota. Mana African continent, one Sudan where ike carry the whole of Europe. Sudan, yes. I'm talking of North Sudan and South Sudan combined together. How will ike show Europe also? Man, even Europe, almost all the countries in Europe on Abia World Cup, because all the time Haji Aga mostly during summertime. So on a boost to holidays, on a boost to tourism, rather, on a boost tourism. Tourism industry, they boom that time. Hane share wealth, prosperity. Make the weapon visa na their system. So easy from one place now got the other side. From Italy to Hungary, you need the visa. For example, from Finland to Luxembourg, you need the visa. From Belgium to Switzerland, you don't need visa. Hane help build develop I see Africa where border security debe si abunye help si onye obana cross or say gbagbuo a shoot aside. And then the other hane folie zombies hane folie. Africans, Africans, when will you learn? When will you ever learn that killing your own is setting you backward? When will you ever learn? Africans, I'm asking you. I don't want to go there, but let me dwell on the people that I'm talking to now. So, Muhammad Yahe assignment, ne senderia Wamporoka, Siaje creative commotion. Oga sin no ya jironi akwuo no ya agburu ndị army ndị zoo. Ndị zoo were unleash mayhem na ehi member anọ. Well, massacre all the lives and properties ndị ehi member anọ. Massacre ndị mmadụ ebe ahụ. So the question I'll have to ask them, ajụjụ m ga-ajụ ha bụ, ke strategy unu ji say declare republic unu buzi this group na-emezi mkpamkpa hapụzie enemy ị ga-eje a formidable force bụ ịga na territory enemy gị ekụọ ha mgbamgba nata mechie ọnụ ịma ntinye ndị Igbo nọ ebe ahụ na nsogbu ma ịma na ị na-akpa ike. Achọghị m izunye gị ihe because unu bụ onuku ka unu bụ. Ị mara na ị na-akpa ike, ị ga-eje na be enemy gị baa di ya. Ịbaa di ya ebi na-etibi ọgbụ ịnatakwa. Ime na be unu ga-adị very attractive for all kinds of investment. Even ịgwa ndị mmadụ na-enwere ihe na-eme na ha ga-ebelieve because ha bịa enwere onye ọbụla, enwere onye na-atụ egwu ịga n'abalị. Gịnị kpatara eji nwee so much insecurity? Ndị niile edebeziri ha chebe obodo nche. Some of them are turned go buruzie ndị ọgba atawatawa. Ọ ya bụ a discipline force, ọ bụghị ya bụ a discipline force. Mgbe onye ndu haziri si chebe n'obodo nche, ọ bụrụ ihe a na-eme ihe mere ndị Igbo ji ya emeri n'agha nke anụrụ agha anụrụ mbụ, excuse me, nke m gụtara n'akwụkwọ. Ọ bụrụ na ihe ha jere na-eme bụkwa ihe m fụrụ kịta na-emezi ugbu a. So ọ nọ na gene unu, ọ nọ na gene
unu ndị na-eme ihe ọ nọ na jin ọ nọ na jin gị ka ọ nọ ọbara gị ka ọ nọ abụrụ gị ọnụ inwe that mindset ịbụ onye abụrụ ọnụ ka esiri gosi m ihe na-eme na Naịjirịa. Etu esi gosi m ihe bụ nnukwu ite ụkwụ ịtọ ụkwụ one ka ọ na-enwe wee gbajuo ya mmiri oyi gbajuo ya mmiri taa na-ebu ibu ite ọ na-ebu ibu gbajuo ya mmiri juru oyi wee were awọ na mbara ga-esi ya n'ime ihe jezie n'okpuru ya kwanyesịa ya ọkụ mụka ya ọkụ ebe ahụ. In the meantime, awọ na mbara bilivuru na ha nọ na mmiri juru oyi because ha na-alike mmiri juru oyi. Ọ dị habitat ebe ha na-ebi. Meanwhile, ha nwere opportunity mgbe ahụ amụnyere ọkụ ahụ ha nwee ịmapụsị, mana ha enweghị that knowledge, that understanding na that mmiri ahụ juru oyi ga-emecha agbọba. O etu esi gosi m etu ndị nọ na Naịjirịa si dị kịta. Kama unu ga-eje trigger agitation every state. Let me say this thing in English. Instead of you youths in Nigeria knowing fully well that there is no way out for you to trigger protest for what is going on. You are sitting put, saying there will be no problem, it go better. But that three-legged pot, cooking pot, big pot, they normally use to do party, cook food for party. For any time there is a big party going on, there is big water, cold water filled in there with frogs and toads inside that particular pot. They relaxed while they set fire underneath. So at the meantime, the frog and the toad could have jumped out and start saying, we don't like this place. But no, they are there because it is still cold or it's cool. They are there. But when the heat starts going on and the water temperature starts rising, they will get to a certain boiling point. They will not have that ability to jump out anymore, and they will all perish there. That's how it's going to happen in Nigeria. It will happen like that. If you ask me, how much is the currency exchange now between dollar and naira, between pound sterling and naira? How much is the exchange rate? What you see is Genesis is going to go to a certain level. They did it to Zimbabwe and they will do it to you. They did it to Zimbabwe. And the worst part is that the experts, the people who can manage and run the economy of Nigeria, are the people from Southeast. They can put Nigeria to order. And it will be a new Nigeria, not this particular Nigeria, that if there will be a new Nigeria, but the people from Southeast, the Biafrans said they are better off if they are on their own. Every state, every nation trapped in Nigeria should go their different ways. That is what they said, or that is what they are saying. That the treatment that they are giving to them is not okay, that they want to go. And how will Nigeria look like in a Nigeria without the Biafrans? It will be so sad. It's just like you have delicious meal and there is no salt in it. The Biafrans are the salt of Nigeria and the salt of the earth. Anywhere you go, if you don't see any Biafran, they are just escape, run away. That place is not a good place. And most of the people, countries who are persecuting Biafran because they are in their land, I know that some of the things they are doing there is not okay, but we're going to handle it. If you give us the necessary assistance, we are demanding. I am pressing on with that demand, and we get our nation. Definitely, we will bring all of them down to our land. They will come by themselves. If they are in a comfortable place where their security, protection, everything is guaranteed, Biafrans will be the Japan of Africa, or even the Japan of the world. It's just that the persecution and marginalization, killings, man, humanity to man, meted upon them is too much. That's why you see them in your countries. Not that they are happy living in foreign lands. They're not. I have interacted with so many. 99% said, 99% of them said they are not happy living in foreign lands. I'm talking of even the people in US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Europe mentioned. They are saying even Asia, many are in India, Malaysia, Cambodia, even as far as Vietnam. Yeah. And where is this country that's separated from Malaysia? They are there. The Biafrans are there everywhere. China, Japan, everywhere. Singapore, yes, Singapore. They are there everywhere. Once there is Republic of Biafra today, those men and women, children of Biafra, will come home, just like the people in the Holy Book did, the Exodus. There will be Exodus that will take place. Okay. So I'm still on the thing that happened in Ehimembano in Imo State. We know that the governor of Imo State does not have strategy and plan. All his mission is all his mission is to kill his own people. The reason why they removed the governor, the one that won the election, Emeki Hidio, and gave it to Hopeless Ozodimba, the current governor of Imo State, is to kill the Biafrans. That's why he came, looking like a monster. But there is no condition that is permanent. No condition is permanent. If you kill your people, you are not a macho man. It means you are foolish. It means that your paternity must be tested to know your DNA, your background. Are you truly from that place? Or are you from somewhere else? Because if you love your people, you can kill them. You cannot kill your people. I see a lot of things going on. I keep asking, is it even the very one that called himself Gentle Lion said, if he sees any ESN, he will kill him. So are you Biafrans not hearing what I'm hearing? Or am I hearing this alone? ESN are not harmful people. They are not terrorists. They are guiding the forest, because the terrorists are coming in there, killing our people, raping our women, murdering pregnant women, cutting their wombs open. And we are seeing this horrific sign, horrific graphic things. We see it on social media. They were happening before ESN was launched to stop them. Before ESN was launched to stop them. And they stopped to a certain degree before the leader of IPOB, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, was apprehended in Kenya and extraordinarily renditioned to Nigeria. And all mother of rebelliousness now spring up, and we can see the testimonies of those rebelliousness today. Some people now say they won't take others to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And some of them will come mentioning Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, mentioning the name of the other person, saying they are working together and this and that, and you are stupid to listen to such fools. You are I don't know how stupid some of our people can be. I must be blunt here. Listening to somebody, it's just like somebody is selling physics, like in say, okay, human excreta. Somebody is selling it in a restaurant, and where you live, almost every restaurant sells such thing. And if you drive a bit further from where you live, maybe 30 miles away from where you live, you see good restaurant, people selling good food and everything. Will you do because you are surrounded by restaurants that are selling human feces like poo? You say, because I live in close proximity, let me go and start eating from them. No, you shouldn't. You have to walk away from that place and look for where you will eat decent food, real food. So you cannot do because somebody is around you, all of a sudden, you are contemplating to be part of these activities that doesn't have strategies and plans. They don't know how to contend with their enemies. They want me to speak so they can copy the format. I'm not going to release any format to anybody. And the worst part of it all is that he captured his own who is driving a road safety vehicle. That fellow he captured is a brother, a relative to Allen Onyema, the owner of APs. He didn't even know. If they know, they would have even used him for ransom. He's a relative to Allen Onyema. Did Jesus Christ? Asị gị gaa gbuo onye nke gị. Asị gị gaa gbube ndebe unu. Ijere capture nwanne Allen Onyema. Ịmaghị na nwanne ya n'ihe ahụ. Ọ ụmụnne ya dị ha ahụ. Ị capture ya. Na-agba egbe n'akụkụ nwoke mmadụ. That man may have been released, but that man was killed that day. Ọka chọkụ m ga-enye unu nwa ndị sị na ha amụ ihe. That man ọ sị na onye ihi ala n'osi na mbọsị. Ọ nwanne Allen Onyema. Ọ nwanne ya nwoke. Ọ bụghị na ha bụ ofu nna na ofu nne, but ọ nwanne ya. Ọ bụrụ na ọma na nwanne ya, a ga-ejide ya naba ya ego. Si agwa Allen wepụta ego. The owner of APs airline. Ọ nwanne ya nwoke dị ha. Ọ na-arụ na road safety, ojighị egbe, ojighị mma, to guide your road so that you can have long life. You don't kill yourselves on the road. And when any place or for road damages, or got report or to their head office, I got fix here. Ijide ya n'ọdịna akụkụ a civilian, somebody who never seen gun in his life. He doesn't work with gun. You started shooting periodically in the air around him by his side. That day, Kiburu, that man. That day, Kunuburi, you see, you don't kill your own. Ni lawyer down, one negi. Ni siano oseburani, China Kien, Ochi Kuya, Kawa, Sia shut up. Where Mayanangu, Ndi Bacho Hiku, one or two egwu. Unu ga-atụ egwu tugbuo onwe unu n'egwu. Kedu ebe a gwara unu na light na-agbara darkness ọsọ? Ka ebe a gwara unu n'ihe na-agbara ọchịchịrị ọsọ. Amụnye ọkụ ọchịchịrị agba ọsọ. Ụbọchị nwoke ahụ ga-emecha nwụọ physically, but ụbọchị ahụ unu ji naanị ka unu ji that nwoke debie egbe n'ọdị n'akụkụ ya na-agba egbe. Unu gbagburu nwoke ahụ. Mark my word, ọ ga-apụta na social media later. Ma ọ bụrụ na akpọghị ya gaa therapy immediately. Unu sị na unu bụ ndị amị, unu jire school, unu mụ ihe ị na-anụ agha. Why not iburu that ọgụ gị jebe Nasarawa? Ọ kụrụ that egwu ahụ ị na-akụ jebe Birnin Kebbi. Kụrụkwa egwu ahụ gaba na Sokoto. Ọkazie gị obi bada ụra kwụọ dị egwu ịkụcha nata. Ịkụchazie data egwu nata. Ọ bụrụ na m enye gị 1 billion% backup bụ si na mụ bụ bastard. Ije kụcha ya bụ mgbamgba na Sokoto, Nasarawa, Birnin Kebbi nata. kpọrọ trupu gị nata akụbara nga aka. Abịa m na redio kwuo okwu si ụwa niile, Biafra all over the world tụbara gị ego. So ndị niile na-eje atụ ego, a na-atụrụ ndị ego, na-atụrụ ego, ọkwa mmadụ isii ka unu na-atụrụ ego. A na-asị unu ụbọchị a ga-egosi unu ihe anyị jiri kwụrụ, unu ga-agba ọsọ. Ọ mmadụ isii ka unu na-emere mkpọtụ. Enwere onye fụrụ ka e wepụtara Josu Chekakpum, ọ na-eme ihe ọma, ọ na-atara. Excuse me, ụbọchị a disciplined soldier, ekwefuru discipline destin, ụbọchị zoo ga-ewepụtara ụnụ ihe ha debere. Mgbe a nụrụ agha mbụ, ha enweghị ya. Ha ga-agwaba Yankee si ha biko ha nye ha ngwa agha ha ga-eji fight terrorists na-edistọbụ ha maka paịpụ ebe a na-amị paịpụ, ebe eniri paịpụ jebere Niger, na ndị ahụ ya eji ebe ahụ gbarie. Yankee ewepụta ego were ngwa agha wee sụọ zoo. Britiko soro zoo ngwa agha, ụnụ afụbeghị anya, agaghị agwa unu ya. Je na nke a sụkwara ha kịta abụzi nke e ga-eji wee finish ka ọ bụzi Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger. Ana m agba ha Burkina Mali. Ịnụ ka m kwuru Burkina Mali, mara na Burkina Faso and Mali and Niger Republic and other ones na-esi enu. Ana m agwa ha sị ha na Ali Bongo dị clever. O were nwanne ya wepụ ozugbo mee onwe ya overthrow. Ọcha na ha na-agwa ndị ara, ọcha na ọ na-agwa ụmụazị. Etu a ka ọ ga-adị. Ị na-ene somebody anya, ndị Igbo na like ndị na-edufu ha edufu. Asị unu weta ego ka eme ihe dị etu a, chere mgbe ọ ga-eruo ka mmadụ kpọọ na fonu si Rabbi bekwa wetazie ndị nsị gị nekwa gị na ọnwụ ebe ahụ. A na-agwa unu okwu na anaghị anụ ya because na mmadụ nọ na flex unu. Mmadụ pụtasị ịbụ freedom fighter, ị na-anụ agha buru bottle of wine and champagne, a na-atụrụ gị ego. Ifere adịghị eme unu bụ ndị Igbo. Ifere adịghị eme unu. Unu gụchara akwụkwọ gụọ ya for nothing, jecha mụchi ihe mụọ ya for nothing. Ifere adịghị eme unu. Gwa m ebe eji eri soja adịghị etinye alcohol n'ọnụ when he's on duty. A real soldier will never dare try it under the influence of alcohol. Never. Go and do verification. Go and verify like Peter Obi. You will never dare that. A real soldier will not hurt a civilian. A civilian, no. Somebody who, by law, you are not even allowed to shoot somebody who is running away from you. Because if they find out that the bullet went through his back, you will be prosecuted immediately because he was running away from you. If he's coming, then you shot him direct, his face facing you. You may say he was coming for you and you don't know his intention, but you read it that he was about to attack you, so you took him down. You neutralize him. Not somebody who is running away from you. If somebody is running away from you, you just let him get away from you. So far, he's not posing any threat towards you. That is it. So how can I explain this thing to you guys? You guys, some people will come to claim that they are military officers, they are general, they are brigadiers, they are this, they are that, they are prime ministers, but they lack simple education. They don't know anything about military. They don't know. You talk to a real military officer, he will keep quiet watching you until you go to threaten him. He will take you, he will neutralize you. He dare not talk to you until you go directly to him and run your mouth. That is the day you run inside your graveyard. Because he's an officer. Somebody who is there. Listen, there is a drone they gave them now. O nwere ngwa agha ebunyere ha. A ga-eji wee fish the man out, their group. O kwuru ebe ha nọ. Ha agaghị eji mmadụ anaghị anọ na that one. That one na-afụ ọ na-dictate ume mmadụ na-eku and your body temperature. Ọ ihe ha bunyere ndị zoo. He were gị. Oge m pụtakwara na-ekwu okwu na redio Biafra oge na-ekwu okwu ebe ahụ. Mgbe ebe ahụ dị holy. Agwakwara m ha oge ahụ onye ndu ka nọ na-akpagharị. Ngwakwa ha na ha na-abịa iwere ya na code of the operation bụ 3567. Ngagwụ ụbọchị time ruo ngagwụ na ihe that code bụ. Ndị pụta na ha pụta na-arụ ọnụ ha. Oge ndu ka na-akpagharị den. Na ha na-abịa na ha ga-abịa iwere ya. Ọkwụ ya jiri jide the struggle etu o si nọdị tata. Some people kọrọ jee n'elu ha kọrọ gaa n'anị. Onye pụta onye ọma ha he's beginning and he's coming about. Ọ pụta say oh you are only analyzing. Na-enekwa atụrụ a na-ene m. But they don't know what you have, they don't have it. Because anyị nọ na agitation of freedom fighting, nation anyị niile bụ classmate. Enwere ihe mma ịmaghị. Militants mma ịmaghị. All drone ka ha jere sign ka e were jezie na kwụ na afụgie aha agbago ndị Western powers kwụ na afụgie na ndị a bụ terrorist. So onye ọbụla egburu na South East kịta a ga-ebunye nọ ndị na-terrorize the land. But why now they are innocent people. They are innocent people who are going around like if you go to Himemba, or you see people who are selling in the market, people that doesn't even have any idea on what is going on. The man said, "No, ogaradia na mbo bataradia me ha na ndi ehime mba na amagi no na ya beradia na ya pugo oji onu ya kporo onye akam." Ke ndi aga na egbu tata. Ọkwa ndị Biafra, ndị Imo State. Ke the reason mmadụ sendiri ya ga ame ihe ahụ. Onye si ya ga ame ihe ahụ. Ọ chọrọ ka ana Igbo dị mma ka ọ chọrọ ka ana Igbo mebie. Onye ahụ o nwere plan ịbata na ana Igbo today or tomorrow. Onye na-eme ụdị ha. Were na ile gụọ eze unu ọnụ. Ndị Igbo na-abụ ya afụchi eziokwu ha ga-ekwu. Enwe ndị na-apụta ha na-ekwu ihe ha amaghị. Ịpụta fụ somebody ọ na-eme nzuzu je na-celebrate onye nzuzu. I will be the last person that will do that. Onweghị ihe mmadụ ga-enye m. Nobody can give me anything. I'm a God-made man. God made me. No man made me. I'm made by God. There is nothing man can do to me. The only thing man can do is to cogitate and blackmail. There's nothing any human being can do. It's too late. But far too late. There is nothing. If you have my oxygen, I will say you can switch it off. But you don't have it. So what can you do? The only thing you can do is to get jealous, get angry, and die there. Get jealous, get angry, get hypertensive, and die because of Rabbi. It's the time that shall tell us. Oh, time ga-agwa anyị onye bụ. Ọ bụghị ịpụta na-eme but onwebeghị onye m pụtara na platform my voice dị there. Si gị bịa donate yara m ego. Rather ọmụnwa ka ha na-asị m bịa donate ya ego ma were me hard earned currency money na-enye ha. They will be comfortable in na-eri my money. Echi ha pụta na-asị na ha bụ freedom fighters. A ga-ewepụta receipt of payment. Far back. Anụ m ihe a ka ewe na-enye ha ego. Amaghị na wolves ka a na-enye ego, enye ha ego, ha were ego na-eri na-elive large. Ị gaghị eji biri na hotel. Unu na-achọ ya. Achọrọ m ka egbuo onye Igbo. Even when this man started, asị m ya si nwoke ọkwa ndị Zuk ị na-adọ ndụdọ. Ị chọrọ ịdọ ha ndụdọ. Si na that place pụọ. Si na Finland pụọ. Finland bụ nwa nchọnchọ obodo nọ na Europe. Ha abụghị key players na EU. They are not. Finland erughị 5 million people. They are not key players na EU. The key players self, you know, o wee bụrụzie dị nchọnchọ obodo ahụ. Ihe a ga-eme Finland ha chọ na a ga-eme ya agbakọ atụkọ amụ ga nyụọrọ ha ma mmiri na mmiri ha mmiri erie Finland. People pụta ha na-ekwusasị onye nọ Europe ọnọdụ ịrọdị na Europe ise ime vidio ndị nọ n'Africa na-akụ aka ha amaghị ihe na-akụ aka. Ị naghị eche echiche inwe family. Ị naghị eche echiche na ihe ofu onye Igbo nwụọ na o mere ndị Igbo niile affect. Ofu onye Igbo nwụọ o mere Igbo niile affect. Unu anaghị eche echiche. Ihe unu na-eche bụ si jee generate onye tụrụ ego m ga-atụ time o nwere ihe m ga-eshi to some people. Ịma na asị m o nwere ihe enwe ihe m ga-eme. Enwere ndị a ga-atụ na arụsị egbuo ha. Ana m akwụ n'ezie na o nwere ndị arụsị abụkwa n'ihe people na arụsị echekwa n'ihe na ana m efe anwe mmụọ na-efe mana enwere arụsị na-agba ụgwọ. You don't joke with them. Ha tụọ gị na okwu arụsị agba ijekwa ụgwọ iji for ndị si na n'ihi igbu mmadụ bụ their own thing. Igbuo ndebe ụnụ si na ị na-ala ọkụ jee lọkụọ Lagos steeti down ebe a na-egbu ndebe anyị. Ọkwa ebe na Nwike Minister of Demolition na Abuja a na-eyuzuzi as a demolition man. Nwike a na-eyuzi as a demolition man. Ya bụ the greatest hater of ndị Igbo. Nyesom Wike. The greatest killer of ndị Igbo. Nyesom Wike na hopeless Ọzọdimgba. Unu anọdị wita asara dọka ụgbọ. Unu anọdị ebe ahụ na-anwụjugharị amụ oyi ịpụta ijide road safety man na atọment ya n'ọdịnihu a civilian ejighị egbe n'ọdịnihu na-agba AK-47 ọ na-anụ ụdị the man unu egbugo that man. You killed the man. You see, you let him go. You didn't kill him. You killed him. He dare not see such act. He's not trained to handle it. Even the real military, after every combat, they will go for therapy and remove the psychological effect that thing they will use the therapies to remove the experts to remove that psychological effect they got, the trauma they got during combat. Somebody of such is who happens to be a combatant soldier. A lot of people, I don't want to educate you guys. So, nwunye ha, a na-train nwunye ha to deal with him, how to talk to him. You don't talk to him anyhow. Or gonna agwa the man, a combatant soldier, because he's your husband. You are stupid. You are this. You can't do anything. Any day, but that they can't sign a good death sentence, or because I know you no report. I know happen on social media. On what ga boruo. You work at you kwa na gbo na chamber to ebe gbagbo ga ebe anwa. Ya ga-eme wo ọ bụrụ na western world I relocate ya remove jenye treatment and I get prosecute here because of they mentally sound. That is why many of them, and I don't want to go to Biafran women for now. Nga happen go there. But there were a lot of things in Nafo Hane display. Because most of the problems in the buy anyway, Afro Mundine send the gassy clip on Hana Bako Baka. Only see from the women, or from our women who only see Apota. How they get discipline. How in a fight is zoo, ne make a zoo or zoo a kagema. If I did a megi. ịpụta efu onye nọ na war front nọ n'ọfịa nọ dị ebe ahụ days ị maghị na ọ naghị anụ any information from outside world onwe nke na-esi ya na ọ na-apụta ị ga na-akparị ya na-akpọrọ ya at a time ya na animal akpaba nkata at a time mind ya echegharị ya ọ dịka Nebukadneza ọ pụta afọ gị were ọnụ gị ihe na-enye anya ọ bụrụ a human being but a beast is living in him ọ pụta afọ gị ọ gbachaa gị o were gị ogwe gị egwe ka ose ụnụ bụ ụmụ nwaanyị enweghị shame ụnụ pụta ụnụ emepe ọnụ na-akọ rubbish ana m enwetasị a lot of clips from you na-ege nsị kee ụdị ndị dị ha kee ụdị ndị obodo dị nka ụnụ pụta ụnụ na-akọ some obodo ọnụ gafu how South African women defended their men when they were fighting top class well informed ka unu bụ na enye unu £1.10 ma ọ bụrụ Judas unu ere every 10 gbasasị ụkwụ ifere adịghị eme unu. I'm not gonna go much on this. Can happen this thing for now. There one.